Okay, so 6.4 Hemi Jeep is SRT8. Um, 2019. Okay, super simple. This is how you do a halfway decent tune without having to do a lot to it. So let's say you got a Jeep, you got a customer that's got a Jeep, someone's got a Jeep, and they just want a little bit of power where it's opened up, fun to drive, but not dangerous. So all this stuff should be stock. Open up the throttle. Like not even that much, just enough, because again, it'll be way too sensitive if you just max these out on certain vehicles. Manual vehicles, obviously you can max this out and then you can use this, help use it to control getting it off the line. There is some power to be had messing with the camshaft, but we didn't do it on this one. I think I have other videos showing you how to do this. The neural network you leave on unless you're really dialing it in super tight. Let's see. Power enrichment. So it doesn't need to go up super high. Obviously, we increase this more than what it's at. I like this 0.0135 for stock vehicles. This does really well. If it doesn't have cats, you zero that out. Cutoff, we increase the cutoffs. Disable the MDS. Spark. This is literally the increasement here. Typically what we do on these without having a dyno. See what that looks like? See what that looks like here? You can see it's almost the exact same thing. So a lot of times what we do is we take the whole map. So let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. Let's zero this out. A lot of times we'll take this whole map, we'll go like this. We'll add 4, and then we'll go. And we'll smooth it out a bunch. Okay. Now let's see where we're at compared to it before. Okay, so now we're still too high there. That's closer to where we were at. But didn't get it perfect where I was at. This is where you can make the decision on how to do it from here. Like I said, I typically add in a bunch. I'll add in 2 degrees of timing here and I'll smooth it out and things like that. But this exact timing I have on the screen, you can run that. Wide open throttle. Same thing. You can run this exact table that I have here. This is where it's at over stock. Some places it's around 4, some places it's around 2 degrees. Nothing crazy. But you are going to leave the knock sensor thresholds alone. The 6.4 is a very dangerous motor to just start throwing timing at and then modifying the knock thresholds. I have entire videos on how to determine knock and whether to raise or lower the threshold. They're probably a couple years old, but the videos are on my YouTube. Nothing in here. Torque management. This, I didn't change in the specific one, but normally I do. So we would take and we would max this one out. And we go to this one. We'd max this out. And then if you really want to get into it, you have power request mode versus expected pedal. You can see these should be inverse of each other. And technically, they kind of are. In this case, you're better off doing this. Okay, so here's your percentages here. If you want them to match each other. So we're going to make them match. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to take these. And now they match. Or 100% match of each other. Now you can use this to also adjust the feeling of the gas pedal, how sensitive it is, things like that as well. But these should match each other, which in this case they do now. A lot of times it wasn't that they didn't match from the factory. For those of you who are paying attention, it's not that they didn't match from the factory. Here was the issue. Look, so 80 is 2.6. Look, we got 2.7 and 81.4. So it's not that they didn't match, they do, just the charts don't match each other. So I recommend making them match each other all the way down and then go from there, because this messy crap here, 90, 91, 92, 96, don't get me wrong, they're increasing the sensitivity of the pedal as the pedal goes up. That way it's opening the throttle faster. You can make it so it opens the throttle faster, you can make it so it opens the throttle slower, or you can make it match linear. That's up to you. I just make the tables match pretty much across the board. Obviously your speed limiter stuff. You got your fans, so you can see what we do here. 199, 205, 210. That's what I always do on my fans, depending on the thermostat setup. Shouldn't have need anything in the fuel system. Transmission, the trans file is separate, so you can change these max torque here in the engine settings for the tranny. We'll go over the trans in another video, but that literally is a simple tune that you'll pull between 20 and 30 horse on the dyno for this vehicle. It'll drive better. Gas mileage, same, could be better, but it'll drive 100% better. And whoever has this vehicle as a daily driver, after just this tune alone, will be so much more excited about driving the vehicle.